Good morning. My name is Aida Calandrelli-Longo. I have been a resident of Bridgeport for 20 years. When I moved here 20 years ago, the thought never entered my mind that I would someday have to sell my home, my dream house. I'm a very senior citizen, still working full-time. My husband is in a nursing home, and even with working full-time, I can no longer handle my taxes. I did attend the first meeting in July at City Hall. The attendance that evening was 450 very concerned residents of Bridgeport. I was given the opportunity to speak that evening and made my thoughts and feelings known. I was applauded so respectfully and even made the front page of the Connecticut Post the next day. Joe Ganim was present with some members of the City Council, but he has not been in attendance these last meetings. The attendance at these last meetings has dwindled drastically. I'm afraid people are giving up hope. These past meetings, only 6 people were allowed to speak at 5 minutes allotted each person. The floor was not open for anyone who might want to speak, as it was at the first meeting. The schedule was strictly kept. How unfair and how unjust. Only 30 minutes in total allotted for all the concerns that needed to be addressed. One can only think that all that has taken place at these meetings, all the speakers, the very valid messages of concerns, going to deaf ears. I'm sorry, but the City Council even appeared seemingly unconcerned, motions seemingly mechanical and so unconcerned. I earnestly believe if Joe Ganim and the council simply used common sense and honesty in their decision-making, with this budget, we would not be in this catastrophic situation. These decisions that were made were wrongdoings. What was the thought process here? It's time, I feel, Joe Ganim to give back to his supporters the support that we have given him. He needs to fix this. He needs to do the right thing. Joe Ganim, as mayor, has left us frustrated, fearful of the future, and so disappointed in him. He needs to get the importance of value of his word, his promises, back on track. It's time for him to give back. It's time for him to do the right thing, to prove that we, who voted for him, that we did the right thing. So, Joe Ganim, how unfortunate I don't address you respectfully as Mr. Mayor. I wish I could, but you have dismissed that respect from me. I am so sorry. What is going to happen going forward before the next tax due date, Joe Ganim? It does not appear right now that anything will be done. Is all this that we have presented to you done for nothing? Has it been to no avail? You, Joe Ganim, speak and have spoken about the future of Bridgeport. What future? These decisions that have been made are ruining our future. You are listening to our pleas about Bridgeport's future, but in reality, you're not hearing us at all. You are running your supporters out of Bridgeport. We, as your supporters, can only think that we are to blame for putting you where you are with your landslide winning. To blame for not only believing you, but believing in you. Future, in your campaigning, your very reassuring campaigning, You made us believe that you would make our futures here in Bridgeport better, that we could have a future. In your campaigning, you gave us the hope we had not experienced for a very, very long time. We, thinking finally we have someone who's going to help us to keep what we've worked so hard to keep. And now, know this, please. We, especially your supporters, are now left with fear of that future, left with the frustrations, anger, and a tremendous disappointment in you and our city government. We are the ones left with the problems, and many of us, the loss of our homes. The results you, our leader, have allowed are so unjust, so unfair, and just wrong. And we, your supporters, have to pay for these wrongdoings. I do not have a formal education, but I know what is right and what is wrong. And I know I have common sense. None of this was proven with my voting, my supporting you. I detest the dishonesty and the betrayal given, fearful of the future with this dishonesty and betrayal continuing. Changes need to be made. The right things need to be done. Honesty, common sense, consideration, support. Changes need to be made. Where are we going from here?